I wish the Oasis was real. Before we begin today's review, I wanted to give an extra special double shout out to my pal Ryan O'Toole, as Steven Spielberg is his favourite director, and also Angel, I Love Movies, my other pal Steven Spielberg is also his favourite movie director. So Ready Player One, directed by Steven Spielberg and is based on the novel Ready Player One, and just to let you all know, I shan't be judging this movie based on the quality of the book, since books and movies are entirely different mediums and separate from each other, and a movie adaptation for me can improve over a book if the changes make a better movie. So Ready Player One tells the story of, set in the year 2049, of Wade Watts. He's living in poverty with his aunt and her abusive boyfriends, and to escape his shitty life in reality, he enters the extraordinary and epic video game world, the Oasis, a world in which 80s movie characters exist. And the deceased inventor of the Oasis leaves these keys in which whoever gets their hands on them, the Oasis will be theirs. So Wade teams up with the courageous Samantha Cook in an attempt to prevent the villainous cooperative company IOI from getting their hands on the keys to protect the Oasis. This is Spielberg's first major blockbuster since the BFG back in 2016, and while that movie's decent, it is arguably his most disappointing movie to date. Now, how could Ready Player One not be on my top 10 most anticipated movies of 2018? It's Steven freaking Spielberg, a legendary director, one of the greatest who's ever lived, no less, and I was just, ecstatic to see how Spielberg could handle, a movie that he's never done before, a video game related movie, and since Tomb Raider proved this year we can have great video game movies, so can Ready Player One, and all I have to say is great job, Spielberg. Ready Player One is your best movie in years, your best since Warhorse. Ready Player One greatly satisfied me. What is it with 2018 and great video game movies? Well, that's a good thing. As for my positives, I gravitated towards this movie because it's a kind of movie I've been waiting to see ever since I chose to become a movie director. A movie where a protagonist escapes the harshness of reality and just wants a break from reality to escape into a better world, a world in which we can be free, that we can interact with characters that can only exist in our imagination, and just have the perfect life. And so this movie is inspirational for the future generation of directors. It captures the inner child within us, which is what Spielberg is best known for, how he helps us all realise in his movies that no matter how older we get, we never truly lose our inner child and our desire to enter fantasy realms, and I enter fantasy realms on a daily basis. Literally, me and my mum and my friend, we dream and fantasize and make up our own adventures in realms that we imagine ourselves, and if only we could interact in every movie ever made and interact with every single character ever made, movies visuals are a thing of beauty. The movie's wonderful visuals are handy in telling its story, since a great section of it takes place in the Oasis, and literally a great section of the movie also takes place with Wade's avatar and Samantha's avatar, and the avatars of Wade's friends while they are playing in the Oasis. And so we love their CGI counterparts just as easy as their live action counterparts. But if this movie is bound to win the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects, I shall nominate it for Best Visual Effects in my Thomas Awards. Wade is excellent. I sympathise with his desire to enter the Oasis, as I know what that is like, to just wanted to be taken out of this world and enter a world where you can escape your personal life problems, and the standout character in this movie has to be Samantha, played by Olivia Cooke. This young lady, she has a bright future ahead of her. Samantha, she's rebellious and feisty and super cute. And the second show stealer in this movie is easily Ben Mendelsohn as the villain. He was serviceable as Orson Krennic in Rogue One, but unlike Orson Krennic, who was the most forgettable Star Wars villain ever imagined, this villain is actually entertaining and actually manipulative. And the moment when he confronts Waze, one of my personal favourite moments in the entire movie. That I can see people having issues with this movie being made for nerds and fans of the 80s, as it is the nerdiest freaking movie of all time, period. There's literally a movie character that you'll recognize instantly once you enter the Oasis, and a certain movie or franchise you'll recognize. But it was executed so originally, and the movie still focused on its original story. That the nostalgia and the nerdiness that this movie presents is harmless to me. And some may also complain that the movie may falter whenever it cuts back to the shitty reality. It's essential that the movie does, since it makes us love and cherish every moment that we're in the Oasis even more. And the movie's action sequences, let's face it, Steven Spielberg as an action adventure director, I mean, he blows Michael Bay out of the freaking water. Take notes from Spielberg, Michael Bay, because the action sequences here totally blew me away. They are epic, especially one chase scene with cars, and as well as the movie's final battle. In that final battle where we see iconic characters dueling one another, I had my nostalgia goggles on the entire time. I couldn't take my eyes away from the screen for even an instant. And the Iron Giants in this movie, did I mention I love that movie? The soundtrack to this movie is still magical and breathtaking, and Alan Suri shows here that he can compete with John Williams. With all that said, are there any negatives to this movie? Well, just one I can name. I do feel the movie in its narrative could have been just a little darker, just a tad darker. I mean, what if one of Wade's friends or even some of Wade's friends were, killed off at some points in the movie? Then we'd be legitimately worried and concerned for Wade, Samantha, and his friends. I'm like, oh shit, IOI is ruthless, and that that would engage us in the movie even more, because Spielberg has been known to get edgy with his storytelling in movies like E.T. So I think he could have incorporated that into this movie. But apart from that, I have no other negatives. I'm pleased to say I am a happy Steven Spielberg fan today. Ready Player One is far from Spielberg's best movie. Is it better than E.T.? Hell no. But it's still one hell of a movie, and I'm gratified to see one of my favourite directors return to this kind of movie, one that's fun and inventive. And it's a love letter to fans of escapism. I give Ready Player One 4.5 stars out of 5. Great movie. I feel bad for not awarding this movie 5 stars since it spoke to me, but I am glad, alright, that I can put a Spielberg movie on my top 10 best movies of 2018. Well, I love you guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what do you think of Ready Player One? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow me on Twitter and on Google Plus and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time, where I will continue my MCU reviews, as well as some special reviews on the way. I'll see you then. Bye, guys.